it's Rebecca, Reflections from the Saddle. Warm hello to you. I wanted to start a little series where I answer some questions, frequently asked questions, questions that I think are pertinent. Feel free to email me or to message me if you have a question that you'd like to have included in this series. Don't mind the dog wandering in and out. I'm at home, this is my house, and my horses are outside grazing. It's kind of a dreary Monday. And so I thought, what a perfect time to kind of get online and answer some of these questions. So we're going to start with some just short videos where we do like a question a day, something like that, and try and get some of your questions answered. So the first question and concern that someone brought up to me was that they didn't, when it came to reward-based training, they didn't feel like that they should have to feed their horse to get their horse to perform, that the horse should do it because they asked. And I get that, but let me put a different scenario to you. So say that your friend calls you up and says, hey, why don't you come over, we'll hang out. So she lives about 15 minutes away, so you hop in your car and you drive over to see her. Let's call our friend Beth. When you get there, Beth says, oh my gosh, look, I really need help. Can you help me finish cleaning up the kitchen because I have company coming later today? So you think, okay, well that's a little weird. I thought we were going to hang out, but hey, she's my friend. I'll help her. And then you don't really get to spend much time together because you're cleaning the kitchen the entire time. No big deal, not a big deal. So then another day, a couple days go by, and Beth calls you up and says, oh, hey, I know we didn't get to hang out much the other day. Why don't you come over, we'll hang out. So you come over, and then she says, oh gosh, you know what? I really need help vacuuming the house. Can you help me vacuum the house? So again, you're a little like, okay, I thought I came over to hang out, but hey, yeah, I'll help. But this goes on and on and on. And before you know it, you're never really spending quality time together. She's always asking you to do something for her. Now, because if you have a developed relationship, right, then you'll kind of put up with it for a while. If you have no relationship with a person and you just met them, you're going to say, yeah, sorry, not doing that. And that's a little bit with our horses, is that if every time we interact with them, we're asking them to do something for us, what's their motivation for doing it? Just because they like us? Well, how long will that last, that they'll enjoy being with us, if every time we are around them, we're asking them to do something for us? So there's two aspects of this. One is that you need to spend quality time with your horse that has nothing to do with actually asking them to do something for you. So this could be grooming, if they enjoy grooming. It can be just hanging out with them. It can be just going out in the field and saying hello without actually expecting them to be caught and then go be ridden. So, and quality time for every horse is a little bit different. It might just be, you know, Carolyn Resnick has this great thing where you just cop a squat. So you go out and you take a chair and you go hang out in your horse's paddock. Obviously there's safety concerns if there's a ton of horses there and all of that. We won't go into that. But it's sort of that spending time with your horse without asking them to do something for you. Then once you ask them to do something for you, how about making it rewarding? How about making it so that they get rewarded? They get a thanks. They get more than just spending time with you. They get more of a reward than that for actually doing stuff that they actually might find quite difficult. I mean, training, some of the things that we ask them to do training-wise are both physically and mentally very difficult. And so what is their motivation if we're just asking them or making them do it? So let's go back to the Beth analogy. Let's say that every once in a while Beth asks you to do something, and then, okay, so let's do this scenario. So Beth calls you up and says, hey, we haven't hung out in a long time. Will you come hang out with me? Come over to the house. So you come over to the house and she says, oh great, great. I fixed this lunch. You hang out, you have lunch with her, you chit chat about things, you kind of share your day and what's going on with your life. And then she says to you, before you leave, my husband's out of town. I need you to help me move some furniture. And so you go and you help her move the furniture. And then she says, you know what? I really, really, really appreciate the fact that you were willing to help me today. Here's $50. Go treat yourself to something. Now that's an entirely different scenario. You might say, okay, Beth, you're my friend. I don't feel okay taking $50 from you. But whatever the scenario is, now you feel very thanked. And you'd be much more willing to do that for her again. Because you got to, one, spend quality time with her, and two, you got a reward for doing something. Now, we as humans can say, well, we should do things for people just because. But it's just like you wouldn't go to work every day if your job didn't give you a paycheck. And so realistically, reward-based training is like giving your horse a paycheck. It's like giving them something to thank them for working so hard for you. And so people get really caught up in what the reward is, or, oh, I don't want to give food to my horse, and that's another question that we'll handle. But I really just want you to open up to the fact that they need something, a cookie. They need, we all need cookies in our life. We all need things that make us feel appreciated. Otherwise, why would we work so hard?